Hey, it's Matt Myers. I just wanted to say a few words about my buddy Brian. Um, Brian, I think, was he was a very funny guy, and he was a very intense guy, and I think he was a lot like all of us, where he had like where the highs were highs and the lows were lows, where you sometimes you just feel like I'm empowered as an actor and as a performer, and then sometimes you're like I suck and I never want to do this again, and no one should have to pay to see this. I think Brian put a lot of pressure on himself to be very good. He prided himself on being a very good storyteller and performer and a good person and a good friend. I think he really prided himself on that. Um, and he was. He always reached out to everyone and tried to be the best friend that he could be and be there for everyone. I will tell you a very funny story. This is what's funny to me about Brian is that he was like this really handsome guy, and he was aware of that and the leading man thing, but he also thought it was funny to make fun of that, like that he was that dude, but he was also not that dude, and so he kind of liked making fun of that. So we were talking about one time that we should. He said that he wanted to go to the Unifieds and do the beginning of the Jizza from Wu Tang Clan, his the Liquid Swords album. He wanted to do the little girl's part as the monologue. It starts out with a sample from I think maybe Lone Wolf and Cub. I don't know, but anyway, it's this little girl and she's like, "My father was the greatest samurai in the empire." And he wanted to do that as this whole minute. And I said, wouldn't it be rad if like I got the number after you, and then I started the RZA part. I mean the Jizza part where it's like the MCs came to like I started rapping out the next set of verses, and I was like, what if we got all of Atlanta to agree that we were just going to do that song from Liquid Swords, that everyone numbers whatever through whatever would be we would just do the whole song in our minute time slot. Um, that to me is Brian, is that he was just he's a handsome guy who also loves to throw a monkey wrench into stuff and really just keep you on your toes. He loved to keep you on your toes as an actor and as a person, and he just loved to have fun, and he loved music, and he loved people, and he just worked so damn hard to be good at what he did, and I'll miss that guy, and we'll miss him, and yeah. So I would say if he was here, he'd say reach out to somebody you haven't spoken to in a bit, because that was what he did. He would just be like, I'm gonna pick up and call you, and just shoot the breeze. So reach out and call somebody, and be nice to yourself. Love you, buddy.